You play to win. So I think those situations like the playoffs take care of themselves when it's time for those to take care of themselves. And I think just the focus right now is just one game. It's not anything beyond that. There's a lot of football left. Every game is very important. Every game was important in September. And I think that,
right.
Just having to realize that, it's a series of one-game seasons, and you got to put everything you can into that 1 week. You empty the tank, and then you got to fill the tank back up for the next week. So it's still November. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. This is the time where we got to go out and put the work in every day and have a lot of mental toughness about what we're doing. We haven't been in it for 2 weeks. We've been in it for a while, and guys, you get bumped around. You got a lot of bumps and bruises. Feels like Groundhog Day, but you still got to put the work in and go out there and be excited about what you're trying to do and try to improve so that you can continue to put yourself in a good position to succeed.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right, next is Greg Auman.
Hey, Tom, obviously you've played in a lot of primetime games and had success over the years with them. Given that the team that you're with hasn't had the same success, we're just curious what you would suggest, what you do, what you don't do on a Monday when you have such a long wait to build up to a game, and also just how much these primetime practices the next 2 nights might help get the team in the right mindset.
Well, we got to be, as an NFL player, you're prepared to play whenever you're scheduled. There's 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, Thursday night, Sunday night, Monday night, whatever. If it's 3 a.m, it's 3 a.m. You got to go to London or Mexico. It's really about what you do for those 3 hours. So everything should build up for those 3 hours. We get a chance, we get 1 day a week to perform. 3 hours, 3 hours for 1 day a week. You got to put yourself in a mental, emotional, physical frame of mind to be at your peak for that moment. So the game doesn't take place on Wednesday afternoon. It doesn't take place on Friday afternoon. In this case, it's Monday night. So everything should be geared for your, for that time. So you got to just get your body to the place where it feels like you can go out and perform, get your mind right mentally so you know what to do, and then emotionally be in a good place to focus and do your job. And, this is a big game for us. So it's as big as they get on Monday Night Football. So this is one that for us, we got to go out there and be 100% ready to go.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you.
Okay, next is Jenna Lane.
Hey, Tom, so many of us remember you in that week 1 game, or it was week 2, sorry, at Raymond James Stadium. You get there extra early and you're, kind of just checking out everything at the stadium. I know you're very process oriented. So how does your process change when going from 1 o'clock game to 4 o'clock game to a game that's in prime time in terms of, not just what you're doing physically with activation, but, what you're doing mentally to get yourself to that peak that you need to be in?
Well, I think, you kind of get your physical prep done on your last day of practice, and it's a lot of mental prep from that point on. And, even all day Monday, I'll be, studying tape and making sure I'm prepared. I've seen every look, know how to handle every situation. And then you got to go out there and execute it. So it's not entirely different. Every week there's a lot of similarities, with your preparation, your process. There's a couple of things that get a little different around the time of the game just based on when it is, but everybody's got different routines. And I think, again, the most important part is to have all your stuff mentally ready to go. Physically, I know that's going to be done. It's just emotionally being in a good place. So you're excited, ready to go out and play well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up is Sarah Walsh.
Hey, Tom, can you talk about just this Rams defense? I mean, you're on a team with a great defense, and the Rams really rank up there in all those categories. The challenges that this defense presents, and obviously Aaron Donald.
Well, it's a top 10 defense in every category. Aaron Donald's as good as there is probably ever played in the National Football League at D-line. He's an incredible player, explosive, quick, powerful. It's amazing the production he has, even when people are double teaming him and triple teaming him, but he never lets down. So he's a hardworking guy. You could tell football means a lot to him, but he really sparks that whole defense. And Brockers is a great player. Ekubon's a great player. They got some really athletic linebackers, and the Jalen in the secondary. they got some really good players that maybe some people haven't heard of, but that are playing really well. Williams had 2 picks last week. Johnson's a really good safety. Fuller's a really good player. Troy Hill's a player. I played against him quite a bit. So, they're really good. They're fast. They attack. They're aggressive. They're in a good scheme. And you don't have a lot of time as a quarterback to sort things out because this D-line's on you so quick. So just going to have to, make good reads and make good accurate throws, be on the same page with the receivers. And, it's going to be a great football game.
All right, next up is Kevin O'Donnell.
Hey, Tom, I don't know if in your career you've changed up practice like this for a night game, but have you? And do you think this is something that could shake things up and work in favor for you guys?
I practiced, basically all different times and places, and I've done a lot of different things. I've played a long time, so over the years, there's been a lot of different types of practices. So morning, night, travel to practice, practice in gyms. Practice on a cricket field in England once. So there's been quite a few different places, ballrooms. We've done it all.
You think this can be helpful though?
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's about a prediction from us. It's about, our process and trying to go out there and do a good job and whatever it takes for us to play well, that's what BA is interested in. So that's what we're focused on.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go over to John Ledyard for one question.
Tom, after a hot start to the season with the deep ball, passes of 20 yards or more in the air over the last 3 games, just 1 of 13 on those throws. It hasn't all been an accuracy issue either. It looks like a lot of different things on tape. What do you think the main issue with those 20-plus yard throws has been? And has that been, I know everything's trying to get better, but has that been a specific point of emphasis for you and the receivers in practice this week?
Yeah, it's definitely something we've got to, hit when our guys are doing a great job getting open down the field, and it's my job to find them and hit them. So, if you don't hit them, they're just long foul balls. And we had a few of those last game. And, we take those shots. We're going to have to be accurate with them. And I know our guys are going to come up with them when I give them a good chance to catch the ball.
All right, our last one is going to come from Josh Weinfuss.
Hey, Tom. I cover the Cardinals for ESPN, and they're heading to New England in a couple of weekends. I just wanted to ask you, what do you remember about Cliff Kingsbury from back in 2003, and kind of what was his role with the team then?
Well, Cliff got drafted when I was there and has just been a good